a lot of shit. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring. How you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. And we are back. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene. You guys are watching Lubed for April it's not the 6th, it's the 7th. I forgot to change the date on there, but the title is still correct. Heated. Heated is what I coined this one. That's what the thumbnail is. The reason why I chose that particular title is it was a heated Battle of Alberta, but it was also heated on the bench a little bit. So there's stuff we're going to get into about that. As it was a very interesting. I did not expect this Battle of Alberta to actually have that much aggression, and that considering Calgary really has nothing to play for right now. They are playing for jobs, I guess, for next season. But other than that, yeah, there was also a little discussion between Corey Perry and Evander Kane that we'll get into on this episode in the segment Disruption or Competitive Will. We're going to do a new poll question, the up-to-date standings. There has been some movement as far as the playoff pairings go, so we'll go through that. If you guys want to chime in and make some comments tonight, feel free to do so as well. Let's get into this. Let's start off with the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. And again, this game kind of took me by surprise. There's things I liked about it. There was a real boneheaded play by Vinny Desharnais that got the Flames to tie this game up. I think it was the tying goal at 2-2. And then, of course, there was a little discussion between Evander Kane and Corey Perry that got everyone's attention. I'm going to discuss that. But yeah, let's get into the scoring summary of this Calgary Flames game and Edmonton Oilers. The last Battle of Alberta for this year, and the last time they will play against each other this year because Calgary is officially out of the playoffs. This game, the Oilers won. It wasn't exactly their best outing, but they did still get the job done. It was a little aggressive and a little rough and tough, but let's start off with the scoring summary. As the Oilers would get on the board first, this would be Leon Draisaitl getting his 40th on the power play from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Connor McDavid. 1-0 Edmonton. Still, and that was actually late in the first period. That was almost pretty much a buzzer beater. We go to the second period, where at 3:13, Connor Brown gets his 4th of the year from Matthias Janmark and Derek Ryan. So it's good to start seeing that Connor Brown is starting to find the net somehow, some way, but he's getting the net, which is good because we're going to need secondary scoring going into the playoffs. Then it would be, I'm going to try to pronounce this right, Igor Sharangovich of the Calgary Flames. He would get his 30th on the power play from Andrei Kuzmenko and Jonathan Huberdeau. Flames would come within 1, and then they would tie it because Vinny Desharnais made an absolute stupid penalty call, and it costed us the power play where Nazem Kadri definitely got his 25th on it from Igor Sharangovich, and that was his 26th from Andrei Kuzmenko. 2-2. Right now tied. And I'm thinking, oh, come on, boys. Like, this is Calgary. This isn't a team that should be, giving you this much trouble. But then I started thinking, you know what? They played a hell of a game against the Avs just 24 hours earlier. They could be a little bit beat up, a little worn out. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, they didn't play horrible, but you would think that they would play better than what they did. We then go to the third period at 10:36. Evan Bouchard getting his 17th on the power play from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Connor McDavid. And then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, I believe, would get the empty netter to ice it at 19:17 of the third. The Oilers win this game 4-2. And yeah. So game, few statistics I didn't like, and we're going to get into that right now. As when it came to the shots on goal, this I think was one of the stats. No, this wasn't the stat. 35-27 for the Calgary Flames. So they outshot us in this game. They were definitely not making it easy on the Edmonton Oilers last night. They played a tough game. I was actually, like I said, I did not expect it to be that physical. 17-13 for hits on opponents. So again, the Oilers lost out in that aspect of things. And then we get into the face-off win percentage where the Oilers were better on the dot, 55.4%. 2 for 6 on the power play. I didn't really care for this stat, considering it's the Calgary Flames and their defense is not very good. 2 for 6, 33%. I mean, honestly, I think they missed one here. I think they could have done better on that one. 2 for 6 isn't that great against the Calgary Flames. With that many power plays, they should have. I would have liked to see them at least get 3 or 4. When it comes to the penalty kill, that was 2 for 6 as well. So they were 66% on that one. Block shots. The Edmonton Oilers just edge out the Calgary Flames in this department by a count of 17-16. It was a split 12-12 for takeaways. And then Flames gave the puck away more than the Oilers, that's a good thing for the Oilers, as they gave the puck away 9 times to the Oilers 7. My stars that I picked for this one, I'm going to go with Evan Bouchard as the third star. He had 1 goal, an absolute boosh bomb. It was kind of tough for me to pick this third star, but then I thought, you know what? It wasn't just the fact that he had the 1 goal, but it was also the game-winning goal. So a huge one. Now, speaking of that boosh bomb, Hyman also felt that boosh bomb earlier in the game, and he went down hard, and he got up on his own, but you don't see Hyman down on the ice very often. I couldn't imagine what it would feel like taking a boosh bomb off the ankle. Oh my God, that looked painful. I like my eyes started to water just looking at that. Second star, I have to go with Calvin Pickard. 33 saves, 943 save percentage. He's looking really good. He's definitely a good fit for us right now until Jack Campbell can hopefully find his way back into the lineup, or that the Edmonton Oilers can get enough equity out of him to trade him for something of reasonable value. Well, I wouldn't even say reasonable value, but to have someone willing to take on that contract. And my first star, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he had 1 goal, 2 assists. The 1 goal was an empty netter, 2 assists. But he was kind of doing a lot of right things on the ice, so I give him full credit. Up next is the Vegas Golden Knights Wednesday night at the Rogers Place in Edmonton. So I got a few days off. I won't be back on until next Thursday, as it's going to be another busy weekend going into the final week of the season, as the Stanley Cup Final starts in basically 13 short days. So giddy up, guys. Giddy up. Okay. So in that game, we obviously saw a lot of aggression between the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. That's the Battle of Alberta. They used to be like, you guys that are young, you guys never really seen the true Battle of Alberta, when you got Kevin McClellan walking off the ice with his nose sideways. And yeah, the fights between Tim Hunter and Semenko and that, the Battle of Alberta really was a Battle of Alberta. We kind of had a little taste of it a few years ago when Mike Smith and Cam Talbot got into that fight, and Tkachuk and who was it? I forgot our guy. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name right now. He's now retired, but it'll come to me. But anyway, that was a bit of a taste of what the Battle of Alberta was. We haven't really gotten much of that, and we had a little bit of a playoff taste. But there was some stuff that happened in yesterday's game that I found a little bit concerning. And this is a story that I was going to do about 2 months ago, but I just thought I would just leave it be because there was a lot of rumors at that time going on the internet, like is Kane a disruption to the locker room bench? Is he that? But in the past 2 months, there's been a few things that have came to surface that make me really question if there is a disruption. I'm starting to think that there might be. On March 10th at Pittsburgh, Darnell Nurse was having a pretty good game. He scored his second of the night. He was kind of dry for many games prior to that. And on his second goal, it looked like Kane was going to, kind of grab his hand and kind of give him like a celly or kind of like just like, hey, man, right on. And it almost seemed like Darnell Nurse was brushing him off that time. I noticed that. On March 23rd versus Toronto, a very animated discussion between him and Leon Draisaitl happened on the bench. And again, you're raising your eyebrow. You're like, what's going on here? And then last night we saw another very animated discussion between Corey Perry and Evander Kane. And even Kevin Bietza on Hockey Night in Canada says when he played with Corey Perry, he never really saw him ever get that animated. So that just says a lot to what was actually going on, and who knows what's actually going on in that locker room. And you know what, guys? I got in back of me, you got the reverse retro 2.0 Kane jersey. Like, I wouldn't get his jersey if I didn't like the player, right? I really love Evander Kane. I was happy he came into the lineup, but I also knew, if you go back to, this is when I basically was first starting my channel. I think my first episode, I was talking about the possibility of him coming to the Oilers and the potential of disruptions. I did know that there is risk with it. I did know at that time. He's been amazing to the general public, giving kids out toys at Toys R Us and all that, like very community orientated. But there's things that I'm witnessing within him and the team, and even in his post-game interviews and all that, he has this, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it almost seems like some of the questions when they were asking why he was benched, because he was, if you do remember about a week ago, he was on a maintenance day off, which no one could understand that term that Chris Knobloch used, a maintenance day, and he was basically a healthy scratch. He was asked the next day by the media, and just his body language, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but his body language seemed very, well, you got to ask the coach, like, I don't know. Like I say, I love Evander Kane. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope this is all just competitive will and spirit. I want to get your thoughts on it, as I will be doing a poll question on that exact subject very shortly. But yeah, don't know if I like what I see, but maybe I do. Because maybe that's this team revving its engine, getting ready for the Stanley Cup playoffs, which would be awesome. All right, so that does take us to the latest poll and the latest standings for the Edmonton Oilers and for the Western Conference, essentially. Yeah, I was telling you guys just last episode that I think we have a chance of playing the LA Kings, and right now we're paired up to play the LA Kings again. And you know what? We're only 3 points back of Vancouver Canucks with a game in hand, and we play them on Saturday night. So we may still manage to steal the Pacific Division if all goes according to plan. So yeah, again, guys, I'm still trying to find out if the Sportsnet pool is going to happen. I did a little bit of looking and digging today to see if it was up and that. I still have no idea. I imagine it will be. It'll probably be another week, and then we'll start seeing it. As soon as that information comes out, I will give you my group name and the password for you guys to join. and I encourage you guys to join. Unfortunately, I am not giving prizes on my end, but if you are good enough to be one of the top guys in Canada, you can win yourself a pretty nice prize from Sportsnet. I know in the previous years they've gave away Dodge Ram trucks and cash prizes. So yeah, it'd be awesome if you guys join in. It's more for bragging rights for as far as this channel goes and so forth. So some movement in the standings. As you can see, the LA Kings are now third place, which means the Oilers would play the LA Kings if the playoffs were to start today. The Minnesota Wild and St. Louis Blues are just days away from being officially eliminated. Pretty much your Western Conference teams that will represent in the playoffs are Dallas, Colorado, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Edmonton, LA, Vegas, and Nashville. And that's going to be it. They're still trying to also figure out some stuff in the East, but I haven't really been paying too much attention to that. So that brings us to the poll question. And again, I said it would be related to the Evander Kane thing. So you can scan that QR code. It'll take you directly to my community page. If you feel uncomfortable about that, you can just go right into my YouTube page manually and go under the community tab. But the question is Evander Kane becoming a locker room disruption, or is it competitive will? So, yeah, I'd like to see your vote on that and see where this goes. Because I'm on the fence on this. I hope it's the competitive will. I think maybe there's a part of me saying that's what you hope for, and you hope that there's not some nastiness going into the playoffs here where there's going to be finger pointing and blaming and all that kind of BS when they maybe lose a game or something like that. So yeah, feel free to make your vote on my community page. You can scan that QR code and we'll go from there. That will take us to the upcoming game against the Vegas Golden Knights as the Edmonton Oilers. Huge game. There's 3 more huge games, I think. The Vegas Golden Knights, Vancouver Canucks, massively huge, and then the Colorado Avalanche season ender on the 18th. This is going to be good. This is going to be in front of the Edmonton faithful too, so it should be good. Vegas is coming into this game based off of tonight, because I think they still have a game before they play the Oilers, but they're coming in with a 42, 26, and 8 as of today. The Oilers 47, 24, and 5 record. Vegas is on a 1-game losing streak. The Oilers have won the last 2. Logan Thompson is likely to get the start for the Golden Knights with a record of 23, 13, and 5, 272 goals against average, 908 save percentage, 1 shutout. Stuart Skinner likely on our end of things, 34, 14, and 5 with a 262 goals against average, 906 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. So when it comes to the stats, the Oilers are 4th in the league for goals, averaging 3.58. The Golden Knights are 14th in the league, averaging 3.21. The ones that I would like to, I'll just read out the ones that really stand out for me. The power play. I'm actually surprised Edmonton's power play is 3rd in the league. They had a couple goals yesterday, but realistically, the power play has not been very good. Vegas's power play is actually really hurting this year, 18.6. I don't know if that's because Mark Stone isn't playing, because I know he's pretty huge on it. Similar stats that they come close to is the Oilers are 9th for goals allowed. The Vegas Golden Knights are 11th, so they're pretty close in that department. They are 5th in penalty minutes. They actually pretty good with the discipline and keeping the sticks down and all that. Meanwhile, the Oilers are 24th, averaging 10 penalty minutes per game. Penalty kill, The Oilers are 16th. Vegas are 12th. This should be a good game. The last time they played, Vegas won 3-1, February the 6th, 2024. And yeah, this should be a decent matchup. As I forgot to get that slide up for you guys so you can follow along with me. But there you go. There's the basically the stat breakdown for this particular game. We'll see if there's going to be any more of that. Hopefully, crappy stuff between Evander Kane and the rest of the team. Kind of, hopefully, not what I'm thinking it might be. Because that could kill a team in the playoffs, if you have that kind of stuff going on. Okay, let's go to final thoughts, I guess. Yeah, I skipped over that one. So final thoughts. See if you guys chimed in and have any comments. And if not, I will sign off and see you guys on Thursday. No comments so far. So I guess I'm going to wrap this up today. As you guys can see, there is some movement. So if the playoffs were to start today, Nashville would be playing the Dallas Stars. Vegas would be playing the Canucks. Winnipeg still playing the Avs. And LA would be playing the Oilers now. St. Louis, Minnesota, their time is running thin pretty soon here. I think early, maybe by Wednesday of next week, it'll be official that they are officially out. But other than that, guys, I think I'm going to wrap her up for the night. Thanks for joining in. If you are witnessing this channel for the very first time and you like the content that I deliver, please do me a favor and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. To my loyal faithful who have joined me for the last 3 years, thank you for sticking around and watching me. I do appreciate it. Your view counts do make me happy knowing that you're enjoying my content and sticking around. Anyway, guys, I think I am going to wrap her up and call it a night. I will see you guys Thursday for the Vegas recap. You guys have a great week.